So I just wanted to review a few of the things that we're doing in my office. Some of you know Haddon, who works with me and is just literally embedded himself into this stuff and is very, very knowledgeable and a good source of information for any of you as well. You can always contact me, and Haddon is, obviously a little bit easier to get than me. He's usually in the Washington office, and he'll be glad to work with you on these issues. And he's working with a lot of people. I know some of you on some of these issues already. So good morning, everyone, and thank you to the New Jersey Coalition and its esteemed membership for inviting me to speak at today's informational summit. This Coastal Coalition is the most authoritative voice in making New Jersey more resilient, and our community is stronger thanks to your efforts. Today, I would like to share my vision for a stronger and more resilient New Jersey shore. Last November, I unveiled my Stronger Shores policy campaign. Over my time as a member of Congress, I have had countless meetings with community leaders of the Jersey Shore. While the issues were discussed were highly localized, consistent themes always emerged in every meeting. We need an overarching framework through which to invest in and strengthen our New Jersey shore. Stronger Shores is a very important piece of that framework. Stronger Shores is founded on 4 pillars: resilience, safety, conservation, and commerce. First and foremost, we must strengthen the Jersey Shore through investment in coastal resilience. Erosion, flood storm surges, these represent nothing less than an existential threat to our way of life down in South Jersey. Storms that have cost our community homes, businesses, and literally loved ones. We will never forget those losses or those storms. While we persevered through tragedy, the fact of the matter is that we are still very vulnerable to coastal threats. At the heart of Stronger Shores is adapting the infrastructure of New Jersey shores to be resilient against even the most powerful storms. Second, we must ensure that New Jersey's shore is safe. Safe for boaters, safe for beachgoers, safe for drivers and pedestrians as well. Safe for homeowners, and safe, importantly, for our tourists. We need channels to be well dredged and well marked to prevent boating accidents. We need well-constructed beaches that are safe to bathe at. We need streets that are safe for drivers and pedestrians. We need our Coast Guard to be well equipped for search and rescue missions. They're all pieces of the puzzle. Hurricanes don't come around every day, thank God. We must design our infrastructure, though, to be safe against the dangers of daily life as well. Third, we must conserve the natural beauty of the Jersey Shore. I am a conservation conservative. I believe in clean air and clean water. I believe in protecting wildlife. Environmental stewardship is a noble American tradition. As stated by the famous naturalist and one of my own personal heroes, President Teddy Roosevelt, quote, "The conservation of our natural resources and their proper use constitute the fundamental problem which underlies almost every other problem of our American life." As we strengthen the Jersey Shore, we must be considerate of our environment. Often these objectives go hand in hand with the Army Corps Philadelphia District are pioneers in beneficial use techniques, where dredge materials are used to build environmental features and habitats. Stronger Shores includes policy initiatives that promote beneficial use techniques at both the federal and at the state level. We also must clean out our contaminated portions of waterways to ensure that they aren't damaging the health of residents and of our wildlife. Contaminated material has no business in New Jersey waters. Fourth and finally, We must build the infrastructure that facilitates commerce. Whether this is clear channels that commercial fishing vessels use to bring in tens of millions of pounds of fish, or roads and bridges used by the tens of millions of tourists that flock to our shore every single summer. To quote Teddy Roosevelt once more, conservation means development as much as it does mean protection. We need infrastructure that brings new businesses and that helps local businesses expand. We need policies that give business the security and flexibility they need to grow, hire, and provide goods and services to the New Jersey Shore community. Commerce makes our lives richer, and it makes our community stronger. These 4 pillars, resilience, safety, conservation, and commerce, are the foundation that will guide our Stronger Shores policy as we embark upon this voyage together. 8 months ago, into the Stronger Shores policy campaign, we've achieved some exceptional results. For the first time in decades, tens of millions of dollars are flowing into South Jersey dredging projects. My first promise was to get Jersey Shore dredged. The Army Corps has now committed over $15 million to dredge neglected channels along the southern and central New Jersey intracoastal waterway. This will keep our waterways clear and safe for a generation and directly benefit all shore communities. We are getting the Jersey Shore dredged, period. We also have initiated long-awaited projects on the Bay Shore. The Morris River will be dredged for the first time in a quarter of a century. And the Salem River is receiving tens of millions of dollars in funding. I recently secured study authorizations by the Water Resources Development Act of 2022 so that we can make the Morris River and the Salem River even deeper and unlock their full commercial potential. As a member of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, I had the opportunity to author both projects and policies of the Water Resources Development Act of 2022. I secured a major policy win to create a national strategic plan for the beneficial use of dredged material. So important. Beneficial use is the future of maritime infrastructure. Beneficial use leverages dredged material for purposes such as ecosystem restoration and coastal resistance. It increases project benefits, and get this, it decreases costs. How often do you see that? A decrease in costs and an increase in the project benefits. Unfortunately, as is always, some red tape and interagency conflicts impede beneficial use at all levels. My policy equips the Army Corps to identify this red tape and to work with our Congress to improve regulations so that federal, state, and local governments can fully leverage beneficial use techniques. My bipartisan policy positions, and it will help Congress to eliminate government red tape, save taxpayers millions of dollars, and provide massive environmental benefits. I will make sure that New Jersey is fully represented as the Army Corps implements this national strategic plan for beneficial use through the water resources legislation. Finally, we are strengthening Jersey Shore's Coast Guard community. The Coast Guard is essential to the resilience, safety, and commerce of our New Jersey shore. The beating heart of our Coast Guard, as we all know, is right here. It is the Coast Guard Training Center in Cape May. I was able to secure a $55 million appropriation to build a new 1,000-person barracks in the training center, which will break ground in 2024. It's locked in, and for those of you who've seen the barracks, you know that it's time. This is only the beginning of the incredible investments the Coast Guard will make in Cape May. The more they invest, the more we know they're staying. I am working closely with Coast Guard leadership and my congressional colleagues to secure further funding for reconstruction of all barracks facilities. This will be the first phase of $55 million. Funding for reconstruction of all of it and the expansion of the training center. A stronger Coast Guard is a safer New Jersey and a safer United States of America. While we've achieved some great successes, there's a lot more to do and hopefully a lot more to come. We must continue to build strong infrastructure and implement wise policies to ensure that our coastal communities are resilient, safe, conserved, and commercially successful. It all can be done at the same time. From seawalls and beach reconstructions to wastewater management and drinking water facilities, we will work to do it all. By working together as a community, we can build a stronger shore. So I want to thank you all again for the work that you do, because obviously you're an integral part of driving this ship and making this all happen. The bottom line is, and as I've said there, in just a few short words, we can have a good commercial South Jersey that does well with tourism, that does well with fishing, that does well with other areas as well, and at the same time have a safe one, an environmentally secure one, and we can do it without wasting money and hopefully be very effective. And one of the biggest issues we've had for so many years, and it's still not done, but both the environmental community and the commercial community agree on this, on the beneficial use of dredge materials. It's a real big deal. Good for the environment, good for the meadows, good for safety, good for commercial folks, good for the pocketbook, especially in municipalities. So unfortunately, I can't stay with you today, but I did want to come by, and I always like to thank people who take their time and their energy to really try to make a difference in our world. So thank you all, God bless you, and have a safe and a wonderful summer. Thank you.